iDigiview presents Configuring PowerPoint Content to Play in Signage. In this tutorial, we will review steps required to configure PowerPoint content to play in our digital signage application. Then we will review Saybrook Junior High signage, which was configured to play the PowerPoint content viewed in Step 1. Let's get started. We have 5 slides in a PowerPoint document prepared for digital signage playing in the main entrance of Saybrook Junior High. To get the signage to play unattended, we configured the PowerPoint slides by right-clicking on a slide or selecting Slideshow to open the Slide Transition menu. And in the Slide Transition menu, we have the section Advanced Slide. We uncheck on mouse click and check Automatically After, and set the time we want the slides to play. In this case, it's 5 seconds per slide. We then apply this to all slides. We then go to Slideshow and we select Setup Show. We uncheck Presented by a Speaker and check Browsed at a Kiosk and select OK. We then save the document, and keep in mind that if you are a PowerPoint 2007 or 2010 user, you will need to save this in a PowerPoint 2003 format for our application. Now, after testing the PowerPoint in our signage, we saw the need to adjust the size of the slides to fit better in the zone. So this is the draft and this is the final, and you can see that the final is wider to better fit the zone. We went to the File menu and selected Page Setup, and in Page Setup you can see that you can set inches wide by inches high. The draft was 8.3 inches by 8 inches, and this is 10 by 7.7, and just select OK. Now please note that screens with different aspect ratios will likely require you to use this procedure. We'll now close this. We'll open our digital signage application, and we'll locate our PowerPoints by going to My PC and My Computer. And in My Computer on my local C drive, I have a folder called One Education that contains the draft and the final Saybrook PowerPoints. Now, in this case, we copied the two and we put those into a separate folder called My PowerPoints. And from that folder, we move that into our signage. And go to the playlist. Let me close this. And we have the Saybrook PowerPoint draft and the Saybrook PowerPoint final in the first zone of our configuration. Now we have a duration of 25 seconds set so that the draft will play for 25 seconds and then the final will play for 25 seconds. So you can see the difference and why we expanded the width of the PowerPoint to fit the zone. So now we will expand to full screen so you can see the difference between the PowerPoint draft and the final. And you can see that the final, I left a little space at the top and the bottom just to get a separation so it's much easier to read. And each one of these plays for 5 seconds each slide. And now you can see the draft in the black space on the side. You can see that the final version fits well in the zone versus the draft version. We hope this tutorial was helpful in understanding how to configure PowerPoint content to play in our signage application. iDigiview thanks you for taking time to view this tutorial.